You sure that's your name?
Yeah, what's your name?
It don't matter tonight. I'm just kidding. Yeah. So like you be my man for the night? For the night, not the week.
I'll do something to you.
Say,
What do you say?
she ain't dark skinned and petite. She is not my kind.
I like my mom. If your hoe ain't dark skinned and petite, nigga, she is not my kind.
I like you. Okay.
Every time.
So you gonna be my man or not?
But I'm not gonna fall in love with you.
What is up, Ruth crew? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. It's Rated Ruth. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Today we're going to be reacting to Tom MacDonald, Me versus You. It looks like from the freaking thumbnail or like where the video is starting off, it's him versus himself, but I'm not too sure. You know, you just never know where Tom's going with sometimes. Like, he is like one of those artists that you could always be guessing, like, honestly. Like, you could always be guessing. So, let's get into it. I've never been this early for a reaction to one of his videos, so, like, I'm so proud of myself. But, I feel like I want to skip this closer. And, like, I don't like that it's, like, missing. Okay. Yeah, we'll just keep it right here, because I like that better. Anyways, let's get into it, and let me know you guys' thoughts down below.
I'm the one that you hate for making America great. And I'm the one who's trying to build back better. We ain't the same. Yeah, you're right. There's a difference. Y'all are woke and we're awake. What a joke. Does white privilege have something?
Hell, I get it now. Already. From the rip. He's a Democrat. Red shirt's a Republican. And it's all... You know what? So he's just saying me versus you, and we're basically the same. Literally.
Your president drove the country into the ground. The crime rate is through the roof. There ain't no jobs to be found. Inflation going up. My kids need food in their mouths. You put the fake news on every TV screen in my house. Hold up. Your president a racist, homophobic. Tried to overthrow democracy and everybody knows it. He will never make America great again like the slogan. He a white supremacist. Just like all of you who voted. That is...
Oof. 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 I feel like, honestly, and let's just be for real, the idea of the Democrats and Republican Party is, like, so convoluted, and you can never really be 100% either party, like, unless you are a politician, and it only benefits politicians to be 100% this or that, because they have to be. You're representing a party, you have to be 100%, or, like, close to it, whereas, like, regular citizens like myself and you guys, I'm a believer in God. You know, I believe in God, and the Republican Party is usually more on the more religious side, and the Democratic Party steers away from that, and that's not really, like, their main thing. But at the same time, the Republican Party is, like, 50-50. The Republican Party really doesn't... They do not really support, like, gay, like, marriages and, you know, the LGBT movement, whatever. And I am a little, like... You know, I gotta read up on the Bible to, like, honestly dive into that, so I'm not gonna say too much. So I can't really be one or the other, and it's additional to that, I believe in abortion. I feel like there's certain cases that, you know, you need to have that option. Like, there are people that shouldn't have children, and they should have the option to, because, I mean, why raise a child if you're already not really gonna raise them? Like, and the foster system is horrendous. Like, I know people who've been in the foster system, and it didn't do them justice. But for that reason, I can't really be a Republican. But I also can't be fully Democrat, because I don't really think we should be marching straight into, like, liberalism. Because, like, liberalism is also, like, the further we go dive and get into that, we're just moving towards anarchy. Like, no rules at all. Like, you know? That's how I feel.
Make America great again like the slogan. He a white supremacist, just like all of you who voted. That is not facts. All you woke morons do is talk trash. Drag queens in classrooms hate anyone who's not black. You're pro-white? You know that's what the Klan members are, right? You're anti-LGBTQ, then why they always on your mind? Bro, you're a boy, you're a girl, stop playing stupid. You're screwing up the youth, and all the children are our future. You don't...
Oh, he said you screwing up the youth of our future. Like, are you a boy or a girl? Honestly... I think transgender should, like, be able to hold regular jobs. I do think that people should allow children that are older to decide whether or not they want to, you know, transgender this or that. And I don't think people should put that in their heads, like, as they're, like, a young child, unless they bring it to you first. I feel like sometimes children are influenced into embarking on that journey, and they actually don't really want to. And that's been the case with a few. So I agree with confusing the children to the degree of, if it wasn't already in that child's mind prior to the adult bringing it up, then it should be left alone. Like, let the child be the deciding factor.
Hey bro, you're a boy, you're a girl, stop playing stupid. You're screwing up the youth and all the children are our future. You don't care about the kids, look at all the school shootings. You're pro-gun, it's your fault, stop making those excuses. You think anyone who don't agree with you is just a pig. You're a fascist, you're a Nazi. You're just mad because you drink. You're just jealous of the left because we're progressive and we're winning. Now I'm tripping that you won the election because you rigged it. They put you on the left, they put you on the right. They tell you what they hate, then they tell you who to fight. And you're screaming, screaming. They put you on the right, they put you on the left. They tell you who they hate, they do anything to get you screaming.
Yes, they literally, like, American politics, and this is not just politics within America, this is like worldwide. The government benefits us all not liking each other, like, truly. Like, it's been benefiting them since, like, the longest. Like, the longer, black people don't like white people, or white people don't like black people, Hispanics don't like Asians, Asians don't like Indians, it perpetuates the idea that this idea of separation is unavoidable. And in saying that, it just, the political parties choose, like, I feel like they literally choose races. And I feel like that's just so wild to me. Like, that is just so wild, because, like, some of that stuff is, like, political propaganda. Like, I don't think everything that the media says is true. I don't even trust CNN sometimes. Like, I don't trust a lot of news outlets. And like, how can you be so sure? Like, they're just throwing numbers at you, mumbo jumbo. No one's fact checking that. Like, no one's, some of those records aren't even attainable to the public. Like, how do I know what was in Biden's son's laptop? Like, unless they, like, if they put that out there, then understandable. But, like, I don't know. I didn't see it. I didn't read it. I wasn't there. How do I know someone didn't plan it? Like, there's just so many what the hell ifs. Like, why can't there just be a political party that has everything that everyone wants in it? Like, if they just freaking merged, like, if they just had, like, I don't know. I feel like they just need to figure this out, because, like, it's just a whole lot of separation. Like, these people like these people, and this, like, not everyone who's a Republican is a white supremacist, because there are white people that are Republican, and da da da. I'm not Republican or Democratic, but,
Anything to get you screaming, screaming. My president draining the swamp, we building walls. Your president opened the border for one and all. Now there's murderers and criminals evading the law. Walking right into America, our safety is gone. Well, my president ended pandemic, saved the economy, and introduced legislation fighting for our equality. His son smokes crack. I don't care about that, honestly. He's raising all our wages. He can't raise his children properly. You obviously pro-life. A woman's choice is your right. I feel like abortion is important and you don't like. You're treating it like birth control. You're treating them like your wife. I said that all lives matter, and I also meant unborn life. You're so clever.
And then he brought up the freaking children. Honestly, did the Democratic Party really save the pandemic? Honestly, all that stuff is just like, they just happened to be the party in power at that time. Like, how could they have known that we were, plunging into a pandemic? Like, honestly, like, how could they know? Oh, and then they just said, like, they were pro-life. Like, that pro-life stuff, like, let's be honest, like, there can be two truths at the same damn time. And I think the idea, like, y'all saying you're pro-life and forcing women to give birth is just abnormal. Like, people would die from giving birth. Like, there are life-threatening changes that happen to women when they give birth, when they are pregnant. And I feel like people just negate that. Like, it's such a, oh, just sweep that under the rug. Like, it's your job, your duty to, like, carry. No. Like, it is not our job and duty. It's, sometimes people are not called to be parents, like, honestly. And I feel like the people that have had children, there are plenty of people that I think that shouldn't have had children. And, like, what is the safe alternative? Like, you have a child, you don't want them, like, you're still going to be, like, people are still going to be on your, for, what's it called? giving your children to foster care. So you just might as well just have nipped it in the bud in the beginning. And I'm not saying get an abortion when you're 6 months. Like, that's ridiculous. You had enough time. But I'm saying if you already know your partner is disrespectful, abusive, it's not an ideal environment. Why? Why? Too many people are having children and think it's going to keep their man, and it doesn't. Like, if he wanted to be kept, he'd be kept, period. Like,
You're treating them like your wife. I said that all lives matter, and I also meant unborn life. You're so clever. Go ahead, make your little memes while we're bringing home the soldiers who were in the Middle East. Yeah, you brought the soldiers home, but then you burned the flag and took a knee and left the men who fought for all our freedom homeless on the street. Build back better. There'll be violence and riots until you Bible thumpers learn to fall in line and trust the science. We ain't ever backing down from all you pedos and tyrants. The right is fighting the system, the left designed to divide us. And that is clown talk. All you got is mean tweets, free speech. Call the cops. Dog, you defunded the police. This country will be better off without all you freaks. This is America, homie. If you don't like it, you can leave.
I'm not gonna lie, a lot of Republicans be saying that shit, but honestly, the Democrats say that stuff too. Like, a lot of, like, Americans in general, like, if they find out you're not from here, they'll be like, and they're mad about whatever the fuck, they'll be like, you can leave then if you don't like it so much. Like, some people don't got enough money to just fucking up and leave. Like, let's be honest. And what else did he say? He said,
Country will be better off without all you freaks. This is America.
No.
Dog, you defunded the police.
Oh, yeah. Like, the defunding of the police. Like, honestly, sometimes the police need to be punished. Like, really. I do think there are some good PDs out there for sure. I'm just saying sometimes a little defunding is it's like literally a slap on the wrist, because usually a lot of people don't feel it, to be honest. But yeah, sometimes it's needed. Like, you know, some officers, I just saw a video of this officer planting weed in a black man's car. And then the black man, he didn't know he was recording and everything. And you can turn your body cams off. And he's like, you know, I'm recording you, right? He's like, what are you talking about? And then he's putting on gloves like he's going to act like he found the weed in his car. Sometimes punishments need to be handed out. Like, I'm not saying defund the entire damn police force, but sometimes punishments need to be handed out.
Country will be better off without all you freaks. This is America, homie. If you don't like it, you can leave. They put you on the left, they put you on the right. They tell you what they hate, then they tell you who to fight. And you're screaming, screaming. They put you on the right, they put you on the left. They tell you who they hate, they do anything to get you screaming. No president will ever give a damn about the truth. It don't matter who's the winner, because the people always lose. No president.
Yes, it really doesn't matter, like, who the fucking president is. I do think ever since Obama, like, no one's liked the president. Like, I think people genuinely liked Obama, and I think they liked Obama more than they liked Trump and Biden. But, like, I do think Biden is incompetent to be president for sure. But, like, that Project 25 thing that the Republican party's, you know, thinking about implementing, I feel like is a little tiresome, and it's definitely, like, you need to keep your eyes peeled for that. Because I used to say, like, I am leaning more towards the Republican Party, but I'm not leaning towards any Project 25. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not leaning, if that is true. But I've heard several mentions about it. And then the damn draft that they're talking about, 18 to 24. I don't know if they said men and women, but, like, I can't be more glad to be a woman, but, like, you know, equal rights at the moment. So all I know is I ain't going nowhere to fight no damn war, because what I'm trying to figure out is it's the leaders that are beefing. It literally is not the citizens. Like, we do not care. Like, we don't care. It's the leaders that don't like each other. You're pulling us into a war that I don't even have beef with Russia. Like, personal beef. Like, I'm not fighting on behalf of none of that. Like, no. And the reason why they're freaking, like, there's not a lot of people trying to go into the army and be a part of that is because, like, you know how many veterans are, like, homeless? Like, that is, like, such a consistent trend. Like, y'all did not treat them well enough. And, like, y'all are trying to convince people to go into the army with, like, colleges. You're trying to freaking make people sign life contracts. I don't like that. Like, I don't ever want to be tied to the government, like, where they're saying, like, I got to. And if you leave without being honorably discharged or dishonorably discharged, you're freaking AWOL. You can be tried in military court. Like, no. Like, I think the leaders should go to war against each other. Y'all all meet up on an island and y'all duel it out and figure that out. Because I just feel like some of that's like, what are we fighting about? Like, what are we fighting about? They are in their country doing their jazz. We're doing our jazz. Like, stop building stuff around their country. Or we can stop, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just come to some happy median. Like, because some of that stuff is truly like none of our business.
Break the system from inside. It's a deep state plan dividing us into signs. It don't matter if you're left, right, black, white, red, blue, conservative or liberal, rich, poor, me, you, Republican or Democrat, old, young, mean, cool. They promise us a freedom, but then all we get is free doom. They put you on the left, they put you on the right. They tell you what they hate, then they tell you who to fight. Till you're screaming, screaming. They put you on the right, they put you on the left. They tell you who they hate, they do anything to get you screaming. Screaming.
Rockefeller, his wife. I love that. Damn, was she really a Rockefeller? Because they were, for the Industrial Revolution, they had a lot of money. Way back when. I don't know if that's her original lineage. Yeah, this is like a very much crazy reaction. I think it's all within his right. Like, that is so overplayed. Like, they just want us to be at odds so that they can freaking be like, well, they don't even like you anyway, so why are you on their side? Who said that? Like, who even said that? Like, let's be honest. And how do you know? Like, they cannot confidently say that every single person, every single white person dislikes black people. That is BS. Like, they just take, and they always, like, I feel like the media and, like, the government, like, plants things, like, to make it seem like this race is against this race, and it's literally not that. Like, in that area and the country, it might be that, but, like, not for the entire country demographic. Like, but have we moved? Have we evolved since 1965 civil rights movement? Have we evolved? I think surely we have. If we hadn't, you know, some freedoms would not be experienced today. I just think that we are lacking government leadership, and it's almost like, why is Trump and Biden still our only candidates? Like, why don't we have people that are actually like, okay, it's giving right now the best of the two evils. Like, pick the incompetent one or pick the crazy one. Like, either one. Like, it's literally the best of two evils. It was like that with Hillary versus Trump. It was like that before with Trump versus freaking Biden. Like, it's just not ever a good selection anymore. Like, it's truly shitty. Like, these past 12 years, like, what is going on? Like, but I digress. Let me know you guys' thoughts on that. I know this is, like, honestly a very long reaction, but, like, it's just hard not to freaking comment on a lot of the things Tom says. And if you're watching this, and you're watching it to hear what other people have to say about his music video in the first place. So, and I respect anyone who's rocking with me and is cool with me pausing and stuff and explaining, because I think that you understand my job here. Because I think his video was spot on. I think it was spot on and no points were missed. Yeah, but I'll see you guys in my next YouTube video. Bye.